what do I have for you? Let me see. Chucky. I saw Chucky's face right now. Okay. Uh, it's crazy how aunties be holding their nephews and he be looking like Chucky talking about my nephew ain't bad. He's a good noodle. Stop talking about my nephew like that. Okay. All right. What do the cards have for you? Aries, I have the 7 of Wands. Oh shit. All right. There's someone that's like curled up in a corner right here. I don't like what I'm hearing and I'm seeing. It's got the 10 of Wands. I feel like somebody got jumped right here. Uh Someone could have had like chairs hitting them or something like that. This could be at a bar or something like that. Somebody could have got jumped. Someone got in the fetal position while other people jumped them. Uh, I also feel like I'm going back to where I was talking about there's Chucky, and that's my badass nephew. I feel like someone's badass nephew at one time got jumped. They're probably getting jumped into a gang right here, the judgment. All right, you want to be in the gang? Well, let's see how long you could last with getting an ass whooping. And I'm going to tell you this is a real thing. I'm not encouraging this. I'm telling you, if this is somebody's life story or if I'm speaking on a real situation like that, initiation is a real thing. For women, I believe when they initiate them into a gang, they gang rape them. Gang rape or whatever. It's they let the homies all hit it. If they don't want to get initiated by doing it, I believe it's like a 3-minute fight or something like that. That's another way of finding an initiation, and I am definitely not encouraging this lifestyle, this lifestyle or whatever. I'm not encouraging. I'm just seeing what I see right here from the cards. Someone could possibly be saying this to someone like, fam, like I used to be in the gang. I don't want you to walk down that path. You know what it takes to be a gangster. Um, there's a lot of fucking things you're gonna have to endure to live that kind of lifestyle. And the 9 of Coins. There's a lot of things I don't talk about. Like, yeah, I was bad as fuck. I was. Someone here, I'm not speaking on me because I'm not gang related or initiated or something like that. But I feel like someone could be also going to a group setting. Someone could be in jail, possibly in jail, and they're talking in a circle because I believe they sit them down. This could be like a therapy session or something like that. They're sitting them down. It could also be rehab. So I believe they have these talks. Everybody sits in a circle and they talk about like their life. Like, I was initiated into a gang. My insanity happened when I became a part of being a gang member, gang affiliation, or something like that. The 9 of Cups. Look, they're all sitting down. They're sitting down, and everyone's talking about like what happened. Um, Shout out to JC Ron Too Strong. I believe that's something that he does. He goes and visits prisons, and because I believe his life story, it had a lot to do with certain things like that. Like, he was initiated into a gang in the gang lifestyle of Chicago, and the- growing up in the Chicago streets, knowing a lot of abuse, and you got to understand that a lot of people who we see as monsters, I'm not calling him a monster. I'm saying that when we see people that have been initiated in gangs and stuff like that, it can seem very intimidating. You have no fucking idea how a lot of them had to endure, and usually these people go seek gangs out after being outed in their own family, being the outcasted or coming from a home of abuse, and they go find families out in the streets. And I feel like someone's saying, I don't know when I became the monster that I became, but I will tell you I came from a broken home. And when people are sitting down in these chairs in these little circles, You start to find out you're not the only one that has been living in a world full of insanity. You're not the only one that has been outed by your family. You're not the only one that endured abuse in your four walls. You're not the only one that got fucked up for no fucking reason. And you're not the only person that didn't ask to fucking be here. And you see, when they place all these people in prison, right? And if you think that the people that are in prison don't listen to the stories of every fucking inmate that comes in, all of them know what the fuck a person did that comes inside of those motherfucking prisons, including all the guards and stuff. You think that they don't find out of the women that have done some heinous acts to children, and that also includes men. There's a big thing in the prisons, what they do to people who are chesters, whether you're a woman or a man, or people that abuse children. Because you got to understand, a lot of people that are in prison were once a child from a broken home, a child created from broken pieces, from trauma, from pain, from fist to the face, from things you will never speak of ever again. And if you were to sit up in those benches and hear what some of these people placed other children in, it's a cold place in hell when you're in prison. There is nothing hidden in those prison walls. The showers. And if you ever watch the movies, they make this big joke about like dropping the soap and all this shit. Because you're at your most vulnerable state when you're butt naked in those showers with a lot of monsters. And these monsters know what the monster did. And like I said, I saw somebody right here getting jumped in prison. And I see the water right here. And like I said, all those children, those innocent children. And because prison is another realm. Prison is like another hell. You do know that, right? I don't know who I'm talking to. And there's a lot of people who have not broken the law that live every fucking day in prison. Because if you're an employee that goes to prison, you get to see a lot of shit. You get to see, and you have to deal with the shit that comes with it. If you're a prison security guard or something like that, there's people that aren't right in their fucking head, and they're in there, and you're working a 9 to 10, 15-hour shift or whatnot, right? And you're there all fucking day. And they're treating you like you're the one that put them there. When in reality, they put themselves in there. Or in reality, the system has failed them. Or in reality, life is fucked up. Some people are willing to do time because of the crime they did. And so, like I have often said, like, I'm one of those people that I understand that good people do bad things and that bad people do good things. And sometimes one day you could have lived your life being good for 24 years of your motherfucking life, and then one day you ruin that shit. The year 25, you ruin that fucking shit by doing some dumb shit, dating an underage girl or underage boy. In matters of seconds, your life can change. In matter of seconds, making that wrong fucking choice, and you find yourself in these prison walls. You could have been with the wrong fucking friend. You could have decided to go out that night, and you didn't choose to keep your ass at home. See, life be like that. You fucking never know. They talk about the Mandela effect or whatever. Going to prison because you did the right fucking thing. Going to prison for causing change to the world. Going to prison for protecting the innocent. There is so many souls in a fucked up place that we call prison and being looked and being shamed as criminals when in reality, all they did was the right motherfucking thing. So tell me we're not in hell. Now I'm going to go through these comments because if you got some hateful shit to say, I'm getting rid of your ass. And I'm just, look, nobody in this world is perfect. I'm just saying that, like, sometimes I also feel bad for a lot of people who do work there as much as some of the inmates that aren't in there, because imagine knowing that that person did the right thing and they're in prison and you actually respect that person because you probably would have done the same fucking thing. Because what would you do if someone did some shit like that to your children? What would you do if someone did that shit to you? We all be like, oh, you did the crime, you have to pay the time. No one really is willing to pay no fucking time. Some people are innocent. And our system failed us, failed them. Because what you may think is righteous is not in this fucked up system. Justice really is in the eye of the beholder because some shit ain't right. And I don't know how it sits in people's spirits. And you know, like, you do know that there's people that systematically put certain races, put a certain kind in prison just because they can. Because you do know that prisons are a real business. Anyways, as far as that, like, I sympathize from both sides. And I'm not saying that I'm okay with committing crimes. I'm not saying that it's okay to be in gangs and all this shit. But really, what can I expect of a child that is coming from a home of abuse and the streets love broken children? Because they're willing to do anything for love. We got to pray for our broken system because there's a lot of broken people.